As a small biz pro, so we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, so we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan?
This is just the business side.
And good afternoon and welcome to the Business Zone. It is Friday, August 24th, and I am here with my bestie, my special co-host, Miss Dawn Strozier. Thank you, Dawn, for sitting in. Mr. Gilbert is not here. Gilbert Buchanan. His mom passed away yesterday, I believe.
Wow.
And so he is on his way home.
Wow.
To New York, and
our prayers are with you.
Yes, our
Gilbert.
prayers are with him. So Don is hanging in here for you.
You can count on me. I'm always here. Don to the rescue.
Don to the rescue. So that's where Gilbert is. So hopefully he'll be back next week. If not, we'll hold up the fort until he gets.
I'll hold it down for you, Gilbert. Don't worry.
So Miss Don, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, let me tell you, God is so incredibly awesome. I've been building my business, doing my thing. I had the pleasure of speaking at a church in Compton. We talked about honoring God honoring God with your body.
Okay.
Eating with wisdom was the topic. So I had a pleasure of speaking to those young ladies, picked up some clients, and
just doing your Don thing.
Doing my Don thing.
Like doing your Don thing.
See, you understand me, Krista.
I do. I truly do.
You get me.
I get you completely. I got back to the studio to the Don workout this week.
Yes.
So body still recovering from whatever this crazy cold I had picked up. So that's why I hadn't been there. So I got back on Monday.
Yes. And listen, I finally got Crystal to give me some pictures.
Oh,
I have to tell this story. So my business is built on pictures, and a lot of times when you're building muscle, what most clients don't know, muscle weighs more than fat, so the scale may not move. So it's important for me to look at the picture and see what's happening in your body. So I asked Crystal to give me some pictures. Crystal sent me. I said, I want a picture of the front, the side, and the back. Raise your arms up when you turn side. Make sure I can see your feet all the way up to the top. Crystal sent me pictures fully clothed. And what was some kind of bodysuit.
It was my workout clothes.
No, she had on like a one piece. And I was like, Crystal, okay? I had to show her what the other pictures looked like. It was hilarious, the funniest thing. And she knew what I was trying to do, but she sent me pictures just like I asked, but she had on clothes. So I had to be more specific, and today I was able to get some pictures of Crystal, so I'm looking so forward to the progress. I'm so forward to watching the before and after pictures with her.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
She's training like a beast. But back it on up. And let's talk about the burlesque party.
My other side.
Let's talk about the burlesque dancing. I had the pleasure of watching Crystal actually let her sexy side out.
Yeah, that's my other side. That's my hidden. What is that? My.
What do you call her?
She actually has a name.
No, your other side.
Yeah, so we actually got stage names.
Okay.
So mine is Shimmering Champagne. That's my new stage name, Shimmering Champagne.
The house was packed to see Crystal do burlesque.
Yeah, it was.
And
so
she sold tickets. We showed up for her. She came out sexy, stepping it and doing all this. This is the cutest thing in the world. And I will go back.
And we're having our next one in Halloween, our mini one, and then we're going to do a big showcase, kind of not as big as that one, for Christmas.
Okay, tell them what the name of the showcase was called.
So the showcase is called the LA Beauties. What is it?
Not that part.
What
was the name of that show that day?
It was called Alice in Wonder Bra. It was a takeoff of Alice in Wonderland. And so now the young lady that is my burlesque instructor, she does everything at Crenshaw Yoga and Dance, which is right there at Crenshaw and 54th Street. So she's been doing this for over 13 years. So she's probably done some 14 longer than that. She's been dancing since she was in her 20s, and but she started this about 15 years ago. So she's done about 14 performances. But here's the most incredible part about it. So there was an LA group, and there's 7 of us there. And then she had a Valley group. And so she was teaching us our each one of our dances separately. So we didn't come together until that Thursday, fully costumed, and we didn't even know what the music score was.
Really?
We didn't know any of that.
Really?
We only knew our music. So then she was able to bring all of us together, plus the 3 actors and her solo part.
Really?
And then on Friday night we did the full rehearsal, dress rehearsal. And it all came together. So Saturday,
it was really a great show. And I had no idea that bras had that much power. What was it called again?
Alice in Wonder Bra.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
So we did a top hat. We did the Mad Hatter. So that was our first performance. Right. And so we did a whole chair routine because it's all about the props and everything. We made our own costumes. We put together our own costumes.
You were the very tasteful. I thought all the costumes fit the person. Your costume definitely fits your personality. Your body. I was pleased. I was hoping I wasn't going to see too much more of you than I really wanted to see. I thank you for that.
Although you wanted my pictures with no clothes on.
Exactly.
But you wanted me on stage with clothes on.
That was the work. Yes.
Yeah. So I had something to, and so that was our instruction was to create your costume for your personality, what you're comfortable with. So you had to have your basic black. Okay. And so my basic black was a sheer under thing, and then I had my corset. Yes, and I had my first one was purple, really beautiful, and then my second, and I had my top hat, which I put rhinestones all over, and we really personalized those. Yes. And then my second costume was the 2 of hearts. Yes, and so that was the cardboard with the hearts, and I had a beautiful red corset that was kind of a Chinese with cherry blossoms on it, like gorgeous stuff. Yes. And then a third one was the flamingo dance. Yes. And we had feathers and we had on our pink. It was pretty awesome. So we had fun. It was fun.
Yes. But you got a lot of exciting things going in your life right now. So I hear you're about to get matched up with a date.
Yeah.
By the
that was
matchmaker himself.
Now that's
Thanks
done.
to me.
So I was on West Hall's show and Friends. Yeah. And so I'm being matched up by a matchmaker. Yeah. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
I'm going to actually find him for you. I can't find one for myself, but I'm going to find one for you.
Usually it's easier to find someone for someone else.
You like him tall?
Yes, I do.
Dark?
Yes.
Handsome?
Well, it doesn't matter their skin color. It was handsome, yes.
We getting too old to be picky, so right now, just a man, period. I can care less. Just send a man.
Can he be walking?
Yeah, I don't care. He got to be walking.
Yeah, he got to be.
We can push him at this point.
Push him in the chair. No, he got to be walking, girl. I got to have him walking.
You want yours walking?
I want mine walking, thank you very much. I have one criteria. He needs to be able to walk and he needs to be able to speak.
Okay. I don't even say nothing.
So, yeah, we got that going on. I also am getting ready to take my courses, my training, my coaching online.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm teaching myself how. I've actually invested in that. So everything that I teach in person, I'm going to start doing it online.
I am so excited for you, Crystal.
There's huge amounts of money to be made online.
You and me both. Yes.
I'm going to be doing some affiliate marketing. Okay. So I'm going to start making some real money.
Well, I'm going to hold you to all that. We're having our vision board mastery party coming up again. You're going to have to come. I'm holding you to all that stuff.
Okay, that's what we're doing. So I'm getting ready to start another business with someone, and we're going to do some.
No, hold on.
What?
You're supposed to be doing something with me. How you going to be doing all this stuff?
Oh, girl,
you forgot about what you and I are doing?
am
We got
talented.
a book to write? No.
I am talented. I can do many things. So we just tell me when we're going to need to do it. And wait a minute, are we going to make some money?
Of course.
Okay, well then, we can make it happen.
Call me Dawn, make money Strocher.
Okay.
Who's this other person you're trying to get in on my time with you?
Well, we're going to do digital marketing. So again, his name is Armin Santos.
Is he handsome?
He's married.
Oh.
So, it doesn't
Is he
matter.
happy? No,
Yeah, I don't know that, but he's married.
Okay,
so when they say they're married, I don't even hear anything else after that. It's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. So we got some stuff that we're going to...
We still got the book to write. What's the name of the book again?
Oh, we're going to... Which book?
The book. You forgot?
My book is What the Hell Were You Thinking? Yes, the book, What the Hell? Yeah, we really got to write that now because this world has gone crazy.
Crazy.
It's been a wild, exciting week with the man resides in the White House, and his whole entire administration going to jail. I can't wait to see that happen.
Goodness.
I hope they put him in a cell with Bubba.
Wow.
I know. But here's my thing. We're all spiritual and Christians. When did lying become the topic of the day? And it's okay to do that. I mean, when I was a child, we got our mouths washed out with soap.
Absolutely.
If we told wasn't even a lie, we might have called it a falsehood. But we in a whole nother kind of thing right now, and that's kind of scary. Which is why it's very important that we teach our children and we keep our children on the right path. And we keep having shows like this and your show and Wes's show so that, at least for our people, we on point.
Yes.
So guess what happened yesterday that just made my day, other than the fact I fell and hurt my knee. But I decided, after I left your show, so Wes couldn't tell how old I was, so that was cool. That was my first compliment. Yes. So then I left, and it was time. I wanted to renew my passport. So because I had time and I had no appointments yesterday, it's like, okay, I'll just stop and get some pictures done, and I'll go in and I'll make this passport thing happen today because that was on my wish list, my bucket list this week. So I go into the post office, take my picture, get the passport, everything. So when I get up to pay for it, the girl says, this is a lie, right? So she was looking at the year I was born. And she goes, did you make it? You need to fix this? And I was like, no, that's how old I am. That's it.
60 years, 60, right?
61. And so she's like, oh, no, you're lying. I need to see some other proof.
Right.
That she goes, you got your birth certificate right there? So wow. Right. So I had those two
That was an incredible feeling, huh?
Yeah.
That means you can date younger.
I guess I can. Yes. That way. I know he walks in.
How young would you go?
I'll go to 50.
50?
Yeah.
Oh.
I could do 45, but they might be wanting children and stuff. That ain't happening.
Ain't happening, Crystal?
That ain't happening. So if they already got their children and all that, then and they okay with the 60-year-old woman?
55?
Yeah. I've always dated
so
about 10
years. So that's like, what, 14? How much younger is that? 55?
Yeah.
How many years younger is that?
That's about 12, 14, 14.
Oh, great. I can go 14 years younger. Yes!
Yes, I can go younger. I don't have a problem.
No shame in my game. 12? Because I look 26. 12 years old.
No, legal, girl. Legal.
My girlfriend, one of my girlfriends, her son, she gonna kill me about her son. He's so cute.
Yeah, I know who that is.
He's about 12.
What?
So cute.
Yeah, they gotta be legal.
Legal?
Legal.
You take it? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it gotta be legal.
I don't want to go to jail.
No, you don't want to go to jail.
That's why I'm not a school teacher.
And that's funny you said that because there's something posted on Facebook. A teacher got fired because she had a pole in her house and she did a video and posted it on Instagram.
So you can't even pole dance in your own house.
You can't even pole if you put it, but you can pole dance in your house. Just don't make a video and put it on Instagram.
Right.
That's what you don't do.
That's what you.
I mean, she had the body for it, but they fired. They suspended her.
Wow.
Young girl. And so. You can't. Your students.
Hold on, let me check my Instagram real quick.
your students should know that you got. See, if I was a teacher, I could not. Well, I am a teacher, but I don't tell my students that I do burlesque. That's just time I do a modern dance class.
So I can't post those pictures of you and tag you.
Nah. Well, but if you've noticed, there are no pictures.
Right, I did notice.
Right,
I saw a few, but none of them you weren't. I don't know. It was grouped up. So
yeah, it was okay. So they couldn't really tell me I was in.
You were.
Yeah, I'm always behind somebody.
Yeah,
so you don't know what I'm doing over there.
Not at all.
And it's so far away. So there's no close up professional. So nobody knows if that's me or not.
When I teach Sunday school, I ain't trying to get fired.
I know. So just don't put the poll pictures up. Just keep the poll pictures to yourself. But that was I feel sorry. But you're supposed to know that, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Common sense should tell you.
You're right. And I don't know. A lot of teachers don't today. I've dated a couple teachers. They don't actually even have social media platforms for that very reason. I think because especially if they're teaching high school. Maybe if they were younger, kids who were younger, you can control that. But if you got junior high, middle school, and high school students, they are all over the internet.
Right, they are.
So you got to be really careful of keeping your personal life separate from your student's life, because that little line gets crossed easily.
Very easy.
And then they can get in trouble. And that's been happening, I guess.
And you lose your livelihood.
Right.
Really do.
And also, a lot of the teachers today are so young. A lot of them are right out of college. So, that line could get blurred real easily if you are 20. Well, you just come out of college and you're 24, 25 years old, and your students are 17 and 18 years old. Then that could be an issue, because you could, and a young man would definitely be attracted to a 26-year-old or 24-year-old, and she's an attractive teacher, and you're showing any kind of special attention to them.
I'm too cute to teach.
You're too cute to teach.
I wouldn't have a job for long.
And our first guest, actually, he was a principal, so that'll be a good conversation to have with him.
I feel kind of bad because
what?
His family has founded Macedonia Baptist Church, and we up here talking about dating and young people and all this stuff. Sorry for the disrespect.
Well, I'm sure he's okay. He's a businessman now.
Okay, so he ain't a pastor. No, cool.
That was his family that founded it, and he'll give us all that history. Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
Okay.
I think he'll be all right.
I'll straighten up before he comes on.
But isn't it amazing, his bio?
Yes. I'm like, really?
I know. I was just so impressed. So it's a good thing. I like to have guests on my show that just totally impress me.
Yes.
Just by reading.
You have to read the whole thing.
I know.
I think it should start now. It's pretty long. It's not long.
But with social media today, and that's one of the things we had the conversation yesterday with Wes on dating, right?
Yeah.
So whose idea is this?
To do what? Send you on a date?
Yeah. Well, whose idea was for the whole topic?
Well, guess what? Okay, so because Chris is that phenomenal. He's doing a lot of things in the community. He has several different workshops. Chris Roll. Okay. He did a workshop, Straight Talk, No Chaser. Okay. It's with a panel of men, saved, single, and married. Okay. And they talk about the importance of the type of woman they want and saving yourself. It's such a great panel. So he does that. Okay. And so he has a new thing he's enrolling, which you're going to experience on Thursday. Oh, okay. Next Thursday. It's called Matchmake Yourself. So he's teaching the principles that you should look for when matchmaking yourself with another partner. So that's what you're going to learn. I'm going to be in the building. That's all I got to say. With my pen and paper, because I'm getting married this year. And we got like 3 more months to do it. 3 more months? Yeah, it's quick. Now God is able. God is able. But here's what you did not know about me. And you weren't there yet. What's that? And so Wes was saying, so I guess you're the guinea pig. He goes, well, I won't call you the guinea pig. Yeah, you will. You'll call me the guinea pig. But here's what my friends have always told me about me, especially when I was was much younger. They called me the dater. Right. Because I love to date. I believe that about you. That's why I said we're going to use Crystal. Yeah, so. Send Crystal in about 10 days. Make a whole bunch of mistakes. And then the last one, I'm going to coach you through it. Don't worry. Yo, you going to coach me through it? Okay. He going to get the principles and I'm going to coach you. My single self can't get married. I'm going to coach you. That's going to be so much fun. Well, you do realize a lot of matchmakers are not married. He's married. He's been married for a long time. Yeah, there are a lot of them out there that are not married. The ones that I use married. Well, that shows that because they know what they're doing. You have to walk what you preach. That is one of my principles, and our guests today do just that. I know they're absolutely amazing. I know. I'm just especially the girls. Oh, wait, this is the ladies. The ladies. That's the vibe. And when I told that to Gilbert, I said all the ladies that come on the show are just so powerful. They're just powerhouses. So it's just a really cool thing. Power, sister power. But we're gonna give our brother his props though, because his bio stands for itself. He looked, actually, yeah, I know. Yeah, I told Gilbert I had to go find our own men because he couldn't do it. Is he single? Who, Gilbert? No, him. I don't think so. Okay. I'll behave. Grandchildren. Even his son is married, girl. Really? Yeah. Oh, gosh. But he might have some brothers or... Okay. You can ask those questions. All right. He might have some friends. Okay. My hair look okay? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, you can ask those questions when he get up here. Okay. It's a free-for-all. You're in the dating mode. Yeah. So I actually like some of the topics that we were discussing yesterday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting. Remember when...
Chris had made a comment. We were talking about infidelity, and automatically you go with the male,
right?
And then Chris was like, no, sometimes the women
do it too. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just as messed up as the men are,
right? But there's so much baggage that everybody carries.
Yeah.
So. And I'm watching a couple of shows, and I think I mentioned.
And I'm really shocked that you spend your time watching those reality garbage shows.
Those are the only 2 shows I watch, and only because my sister loves them. And when I come in from Zumba,
don't talk about other trainers. I'm getting tired of you in a sense.
No, that wasn't Zumba.
And then you talk about them for so long. You give me like this little itty bitty shout out, and you go on and on about burlesque.
But you were my Zumba. That's how I started when I came out of my house.
She treats me so bad.
But when we have the results, the before and after pictures.
You're not picking with you, Chris. This is all for the cameras.
Right, we're gonna give you all the props. But whatever class I come in, when I come home, that's what is being watched. So I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting, because it is kind of interesting that someone gets married. Love it. Could you do that?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm to the point where I'm about to say I do. Say the first person who asks, just yes.
But I just think that's so interesting.
So
I'm so practical. It's like
the show is they get married on site.
On site.
Day one, they get married.
Yep.
And then they figure out the details.
They work out the details afterwards. They don't know the person. They've never seen the person.
So one guy finds out. So one guy finds out on his way to his honeymoon, his wife gets arrested because of her past. She gets arrested at the airport,
and he don't even know why.
And he doesn't even know why. Then he finds out. Tell him he finds out that she.
So when he's at the airport, all the other 2 couples are gone off on the honeymoon. It's fully paid for by whoever's running the show. Love at first sight. And so he gets there, and when they're going through custom or going through to get on the plane, they're like, I'm sorry, she can't go. There's a warrant for her arrest. And he's like, what?
He just married her.
Just married her, knows nothing about her.
I don't watch the show. I just accidentally saw it.
What were you, channel surfing?
I don't know what I was doing. It came up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
But so they come and he's sitting for hours at the airport, and finally they tell him to go back to the hotel. The other couples are off doing, and then he finds out that she had there was a warrant out for her arrest for stalking a man. She, in fact, there were 3 warrants actually, and she had 3 restraining orders against her. And this particular,
so she's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
I think so. Stalking, and then she also
and he married
used his credit card.
Lord.
To buy him a gift.
I'm so sorry.
And that's what happened. So that was, what do they call that?
So has the show come back on? What days does it come on?
It comes on Tuesday nights.
Oh.
I think it comes on at 9 o'clock or something. So here's where they are now. So that's a breach in trust, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and when he asked her, so when she came home, they brought her, she came back, and she says she didn't know, and this wasn't her. Somebody had stolen her identity, and it wasn't her. But in that, he says, well, do you know him? And she goes, well, yeah, because it's a small town. Now, the small town happens to be Dallas. Now, Dallas, Texas is not a small town.
Hilarious.
And so he is so wanting this to work, and they're both Christians, and so he's going with the fact that, they both love the Lord and so forth. So he just kind of puts that back in his little archive back there.
Right.
But, anytime somebody breaches your distrust, then that little thing always comes running back out front, right? So he's still not comfortable with it, because every now and then something will come up, he'll go, I don't trust you.
Right.
And then she cries, and then whatever. So they had a major one last week because of the fact that one of his boys saw her on one of the dating services.
Wow. What was the other show about? There's another show that you watched.
So the other show is called 7 Year Switch.
Now, I don't watch these shows. I accidentally saw that one too. And what's interesting about
accidentally,
that, what I don't like, this is the reason why a friend of mine, I can't tell you who, had me looking to see the shows that are out, because there's a major show that's about to come out.
Oh, okay.
They're taping it now. It's absolutely awesome. A good friend of mine is hosting the show, and it's going to be phenomenal. So they were telling me about their show, and they asked me to take a look at those 2 shows, and I saw Not much of it, but what I don't like about the 7-year itch, I really don't. You explained Switch. Is that what I didn't like about that show is they create drama. Like they switch partners, right? Mm-hmm. And then they put the people in situations, I think, where they see their partner having fun doing something that they don't do with them.
Right.
And they've never done that with me, and I thought it was supposed to be therapy or something to that effect.
Well, yeah. And how that actually, so that's what they do. They switch you to someone that is very similar to your personality, because most people marry their direct opposites, right? And so, and if communication is the problem, then the other person, the premise of the show is you're supposed to be, if you can't talk to your real spouse, here you're supposed to work out those situations. And so if communication is their problem, you're not expressing yourself and you cut yourself off, and when you get mad, you don't want to talk and you go into the other room and close the door.
I don't get how that's going to make you want your husband after you find this one lady was, I can communicate with you so well and you're just so great and you understand me. And then it was a pause and they looked at each other like,
yeah.
And I was like, that's not good.
No.
And so why are you going to want to go back to your husband after you found Mr. Wonderful? Or she's so great. And then you're like, why does she treat you like, it's just a mess. And
it brings out all insecurities.
Yeah.
Because
how is that supposed to help you?
So supposedly.
They just need Jesus.
They just need Jesus. And so it's kind of interesting. There's a couple that I don't think that's going to make it.
Really?
Yeah. I think because their partners are so different than themselves. And then in one of them there was infidelity and they just can't seem to get past it.
Right.
Which can happen. And so, but the person that they've matched to switch them with, they've actually talked about it. And there is one lady that I really like, and when she found out that there was infidelity and he was trying to talk to her, she goes, "No, I'm processing. Let me process."
She found out that the guy she was matched with had.
Yeah, because he didn't tell her about that, and so she was.
Okay.
And so she was like, "Well, that should have been the first thing when you walked across the threshold of the door to tell me I'm here because my wife and I there was infidelity and it was my fault."
Oh, wow.
So she didn't do that, but she says, "I'm processing. Give me time." But she was able to come back. And then they had a long conversation about it. So last night, or Tuesday night, so this part was kind of interesting because then they brought the spouses together. Mm-hmm. So like your husband
and the other girl.
So now you are with the
so I'm gonna walk in the room with my husband and his new
not
lady.
with them together, just the woman that has actually been switched with your husband. So you kind of know how that goes, right?
So what happened? You get in the room with her?
So yeah. So say I'm the other girl.
You was with my husband last night, and I sit in the room with you.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So you already know how that's gonna go, right?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
It's just okay. I'm over it.
Okay. So. Yeah, so that's our 7-year switch. It's actually kind of interesting.
I don't like that. How come we can why don't they have a show about dating the right way?
Well, I guess
that's boring.
Well, actually, that's supposed to be Bachelor and Bachelorette, which never, the show that comes on Monday night, which I haven't watched that because they say they get married and then they never get married.
Oh,
that's that Monday night show.
I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty wild.
I've only checked these two out because of my friend.
Okay,
their show is going to be. I like their show.
Okay,
I can't think of the name of it, but it's a really, really great show.
Well, these two are actually not as
host.
These two are not as bad as there's one also called.
You watched that one too?
No, I started that one, but this one is one where they actually marry someone from another country, and they're working on this relationship long distance, and then of course they got to get their immigration papers and all that kind of stuff.
Too much.
So that one's really kind of strange because of what's going on in the country today. So kind of interesting.
But you're smiling.
Yeah, well, I mean, reality show. What can you say?
I don't know, Crystal. I don't watch that stuff.
Right, just only on assignment. Right?
Only on assignment.
Okay. Well.